Few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, at beautiful Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 10-2 saw. Patrick. Get it.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You want the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Till the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, at beautiful Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Ready, ready. 60 outlaw, 80 weapon. 2.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Minshew got an open man. It's Foster. The reception good for 7. It's third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Now a run with Mack. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
15-1.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete. James White. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
218, chop it. Hey, exit. Recon, 132 fighter. Whip.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Ready, 18, Gator. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Delta. Ready.
Now Minshew on first and 10. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive,
Here we go.
first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
65.
They begin with a run by Smith. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Levante David with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB. And guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
Set up, 30 base. Rock it. Snap.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Got it. Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch a slack.
On second down, Minshew. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll toss it to Smith. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go. I'm going to come back to you. Back to you. Two.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Levante David able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really difficult. asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Ready to break.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it?
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
Let's go. 50, play. 55. Let's put him on the punt. Let's put it go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Howard has the first down and then some. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 2nd down now, Vic. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get ready. Check 9. Hey, alert.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tight end left. Tight end 11. You got 3.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
You draw forfeit. 11. 21.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, 1st down. A run by Mack to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 5. Now.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
3 down. General West. Kill. Hey, Alpha. Check 24. Let's go.
Throwing on second down. Minshew. He'll buy some time right. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 5 now. Minshew. He finds Howard complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just...
Now White lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
Looking to throw on second down. Minshew. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
61, matchbox, lights, 5.
Out of the gun is Minshew. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. On fourth down, Minshew. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Throwing out first is Garoppolo. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
21. Hey, 2.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Hey, we got 4. Got 4 down.
13.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
Here we go.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
21.
31's the mic.
Hey, orbit.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, To me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They still need 6 yards here on third down after the penalty.
27 Mike. One, Omaha.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's fourth down. Here's Matt Weil now. He's been terrific so far. And it's taken in at the 9. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go play action here with Minshew. He's got White here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Here's Minshew. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Protein spill.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Single.
Hey, wahoo. Hey, Sam off.
Off play action, it's Minshew. There goes a deep ball. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. There's Garoppolo to throw. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Matt Weil now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
First down, here's White. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, Charlie, 6-6, pull it high.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. He finds Douglas complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
The extra point up and good, and it's now 21-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Check 12, 12.
Check hot. Check 99. Check 99. Both sevens are mine.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
White.
56.
Hey, exit.
Check.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again here with Mack, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Go on.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this will be caught at the 30. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Fair.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Bravo.
Now Minshew. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. 30. The 20. 10. Touchdown. Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin. 81 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
As I recollect, partner, this game was tied at halftime, but obviously someone came out on fire to begin the second half.
The switch was flipped, a long touchdown there, and now all of a sudden they're up 3 scores.
3 scores, and I'm not sure they're going to be headed the way that they're playing.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Minshew, and he'll complete this one to Berrios. And he'll go down at the 28. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw it. Minshew looking for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create...
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Not the trend he wanted to start the season, with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Get it.
They'll run here with Mack. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Go, 70, Indy.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack, and he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 2nd and 7, Minshew. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here we go.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They'll keep it on the ground. Vick, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Returnable here from the 38. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Gator.
Come on, D. Check. Fresh.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
30 base.
On first down, Mack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Tampa Bay, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire